What happens when one parent thinks they can control your entire classroom? I was only 3 weeks into my first year as a third-grade teacher when I faced the parent I'd never forget. It was 15 minutes before the final bell. My students were proudly putting the finishing touches on their papier-mâché volcanoes, a science project we'd spent the entire week creating together. The classroom buzzed with excitement until the door swung open. Mrs. Prescott walked in without knocking. She wore a perfectly tailored business suit and carried a leather portfolio tucked under her arm like she was preparing for a courtroom battle instead of visiting an elementary classroom. "Miss Wilson," she announced loudly, making no effort to lower her voice despite 27 eight-year-olds turning to stare. "We need to talk about Connor's grades." I forced a polite smile. "I'd be happy to schedule a conference tomorrow." She didn't even blink. "Now works just fine." Before I could respond, she pointed directly at her son. "Connor belongs in the advanced reading group. I expect him moved immediately." Connor slowly lowered his head, his cheeks turning bright red. He was a wonderful child, kind, respectful, and eager to learn, but he was still reading below grade level. Every week he made progress, but placing him in an advanced group wouldn't help him. It would only overwhelm him. "Connor has been working incredibly hard," I said carefully, "but I think the advanced group would be frustrating for him right now." Without saying another word, Mrs. Prescott opened her portfolio and dropped a thick stack of papers onto my desk. "I've already prepared a new education plan." It wasn't a suggestion. It was a 10-page document outlining exactly how I was expected to teach her son. She wanted Connor to receive different homework, different tests, separate assignments, and 30 minutes of private tutoring during my lunch break every single day. I looked back at her. "I'm sorry, but I can't create an entirely separate curriculum for one student." Her expression instantly hardened. "My husband and I donate a significant amount to this school," she replied. "Perhaps no one has explained how things work around here." The classroom had become completely silent. 27 students watched every second of the conversation, including Connor. He had buried his face in his hands. That's when something caught my attention. His science project looked nothing like the others. Every volcano in the room had crooked labels, uneven paint, and the charming imperfections you'd expect from 8-year-olds. Connor's looked professionally made. Perfect lettering, perfect paint, perfect details. Almost too perfect. I crouched beside his desk. "Connor," I asked softly, "did you build this volcano yourself?" Before he could answer, his mother stepped in. "Of course he did. I only helped a little." "Every parent helps." A quiet voice came from the back of the room. "Actually, it was Elizabeth. Connor told us his mom made him start over 4 times because it wasn't perfect." Mrs. Prescott shot Elizabeth a cold look. "Mind your own business." Connor shrank even farther into his chair. I gently changed the subject. "Connor, what book are you reading at home right now?" His eyes immediately darted toward his mother before returning to me. The Wizard Boy book," he whispered. "Harry Potter?" He nodded. "What page are you on?" 12. Then he quietly added something that explained everything. "My mom reads all the hard parts for me."